the age of 36. Agassi will play at Wimbledon next week and at the U.S. Open in August, but after that, he says he is done. Back problems have slowed him down in recent years. Anna Nicole Smith's nemesis is dead. E. Pierce Marshall, who waged a long legal battle to keep Smith from inheriting his late father's fortune, died unexpectedly this week from an aggressive infection. Marshall's father married the former playmate when he was 89. She was 26. Smith may yet collect millions from her late husband's estate because of a Supreme Court ruling in her favor earlier this year. And those are the headlines. Good morning. I'm Melissa Long. High-tech toys to help you to keep an eye on your home, family, and even your pet. That's next on Open House with Jerry Willis.
Is your real estate agent ripping you off? We'll have the debate over price fixing and high-tech gadgets to keep you safe. Plus, our very first weekend project with kids. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jerry Willis, and this is Open House. Finding the right real estate agent for you is very important, and a new report suggests some real estate agents may be crossing the legal line to keep those sky-high commissions.
One of the biggest costs of selling your home? It's the commission you pay the real estate agent. It's often around 6% of the selling price, and on a $400,000 home, that's over $20,000. A new report from the Consumer Federation of America says traditional real estate agents have formed what they call a cartel, one that is keeping commission fees high.
It's simply the last standing unregulated cartel in a free enterprise economy. I mean, it's sort of crazy. We're not angry. We describe the system as cockamamie.
Brobeck says one of the biggest problems is brokers who represent both the buyer and seller in a transaction.
When there's a single broker in a sale, very rarely does that broker represent their financial interest.
Brobeck says in this case, the broker is double dipping, getting both the buyers and sellers part of the commission. He says the broker can't or won't effectively negotiate the home price. And to get the chance at double dipping, he says brokers often show potential buyers only their own home listings. And Brobeck says commission fees are just too high. He says a $20,000 commission is often too much to pay for a broker's services. Real estate agent Paul Purcell says he agrees brokers should not represent both the buyer and seller in a house sale, but he defends the high commissions, saying they have become necessary for brokers to provide their services.
The real estate firms have created sort of a monster, if you will, in that they need to charge a 6% commission to support the organization and the firm.
In a statement, the National Association of Realtors says competition is fierce in the real estate business and that commissions have actually fallen to about 5.1%, although Brobeck says that number is not accurate. Purcell says despite the high fees, getting a good real estate agent is worth the cost.
I'll tell you, good ones are worth their weight in gold. They truly are, and they can protect that investment for you. Pricing is really important, negotiation's really important, and it's worth it.
Nick Racinas is the director of Harvard's Joint Center for Housing Studies and a leading authority in the real estate industry. Nick, is this behavior price fixing?
Well, I don't want to comment on the legal aspects, but clearly realtors are an important part of many home purchases. The real estate commission is a very significant number, often 6%. At the same time, there are literally hundreds of thousands of realtors. The average realty commission is going down. It is surprising that it stayed so high for so long, particularly in light of changes like shopping via the internet, which is now very, very common.
Well, it's good news for consumers that the commissions are going down, but let's switch gears here a little bit. Talk about the market. We got some interesting numbers on the housing market just this week. Jobless rates at a 4-year low here, which is good news generally, not just for consumers, but also for the housing market. Housing starts making a strong showing. What does that mean for the market?
Well, I think the market has changed. I think the market has slowly morphed from a seller's market into a buyer's market. I think the days of double-digit price appreciation are behind us, but the numbers you point out, I think, illustrate that we're not on the edge of a substantial price decline or price correction. I think appreciation will slow. It'll be a soft landing. There'll be pockets where there are problems, But you're absolutely right. The four-letter word is jobs. As long as the economy is producing jobs, that's good news for the housing market.
So, Nick, the report that your organization put out just this week calls for the soft landing, as you just said. But what does that mean as a practical matter for people who are in homes right now?
Well, what it means is if they, in the past, when they went to sleep, they woke up the next morning pretty substantially richer than when they went to bed. Tomorrow, that may not be the case. In fact, they're going to have to think of their homes as places to live in, not necessarily as primary investment vehicles.
You know, the Federal Reserve has been warning about inflation here for quite some time. It seems to be a major concern. Rates are moving higher. What is this going to mean for homeowners?
Well, as rates get higher, that means it reduces the purchasing power of potential home buyers. That's going to be one of the factors why prices aren't going to continue to appreciate. For home buyers, people who are not in homes, people who want to own homes, what it means, even though prices are going to slow the rate of appreciation, the rising interest rate will probably offset that slowing price appreciation.
Let's talk about affordability, because I know that's a keen interest of yours. And over the past few years, boy, affordability, what a tough issue. If you wanted to buy that first house, it was really difficult. This is one thing that could get better, right?
Well, yes and no. It'll get better in the sense is, again, we don't see how prices can continue to rise at the pace they have been rising. At the same time, while we are producing jobs, this economy produces a lot of low-wage jobs. So for people who are looking to buy a home, this respite in home price appreciation may be counterbalanced by rising interest rates.
You know, another worry out there, particularly with economists, there's a lot of adjustable rate mortgages out there.
Yeah.
Those rates are resetting. In fact, I believe this year, some $300 billion in mortgage debt. People are going to have higher interest rates on them. Are you worried about that, about people being able to take that extra cost? And could it affect the broader economy?
It is an issue. No question, over the last couple years, there have been a growth in these new kinds of mortgage products, and indeed, some of these new mortgage products have offset the affordability problem. Now, many of them are recalibrating, but many people, not as many people, have outstanding mortgages. 8 out of 10, for example, of homeowners in the United States either have a fixed-rate mortgage or no mortgage at all. But for those who do, if they're not able to get out of this mortgage and, say, refinance, they could experience some hardship, particularly if it's not matched by any salary increase.
And of course, we're already seeing foreclosures go up. That's been a real problem right here, correct?
Well, correct. And in the past, the reason that wasn't a problem, because if you couldn't make your mortgage payment, you just sell your house. And there'd be plenty of buyers, plenty of offers. That's going to be harder to do, so I suspect you'll see more delinquency, defaults, and eventually more foreclosures.
Nick Racinas, thank you so much today.
My pleasure.
Straight ahead on Open House, we've got all the high-tech toys to help you keep an eye on your home, your family, and even your dog. And we're going to go gardening with Lydia. That's Lydia from Lydia's Family Table. Vegetable gardening, to be exact. Weekend Project with Kids is coming right up. But first, your tip of the day.
Finding the right real estate agent is key when you're putting all your assets on the line. Experts suggest interviewing at least 3 agents before you sign on for the ride. Ask about expertise, references, and the projected game plan. Look for an agent who works full-time and who's been practicing for at least 2 years. And remember, personality counts for something. You're going to be working closely with this person. A good place to start is the National Association of Realtors website. There you'll find a list of certified agents in your area. Another great resource is the National Association of Exclusive Buyers Agents at naeba.org. Finally, if you'd like to check up on your broker's track record, head to homethinking.com. And that's your tip of the day.
Open House, brought to you by eLoan. For home, auto, or equity loans, go to eLoan.com or call 800-ELOAN-ABC. eLoan, radically simple. And by your Century 21 Real Estate Office.
24/7 access, simple process, and great home equity rates. That's why people who use eLoan are getting the message around. Those are just some of the revolutionary ways we're changing the lending industry. eLoan, radically simple.
30 years in this house. So many memories, huh?
You know what? those, good to take with you.
Yeah.
See you in a couple of hours.
Bye-bye.
Hello, you two. I'm Nancy. Let me tell you the story of this amazing house.
Head On, apply directly to the forehead. Head On, apply directly to the forehead. Head On, apply directly to the forehead. Head On is available without a prescription at retailers nationwide.
What can you expect from a world-leading bank? That we provide the brain and brawn to help you succeed. With passion for your company, for your investments, for everything that's important to you. Expect the better solution. Deutsche Bank, a passion to perform.
For some people, there's only one airline that fits. United Economy Plus offers more legroom than any other U.S. airline. United, it's time to fly.
Monday on American Morning, a closer look at a disturbing criminal trend. It's called community guns. The idea, you find it, you use it, and then you stash the gun for somebody else to use. Police are cracking down. We've got that story Monday on American Morning at 6 a.m. Eastern.
CNN Monday, all new at 8. A police officer comes to your door, flashes a badge, you let him in, but he's not a cop. He's there to attack you. Fake cops. Call us on now, Monday 8 Eastern.
Monday on 360, he said he'd have a plan for rebuilding New Orleans. A month later, Mayor Nagin now has billions of dollars, your tax dollars, to spend, but no plan for spending it. We're keeping him honest. Monday, 360, 10 p.m. Eastern. Join us.
Did you ever wonder what the kids are up to when you're not at home, or where the dog ran off to? Some new high-tech toys can help you keep an eye on your home, your kids, and even your pets. John Biggs is with Gizmodo.com. So, technology is going to save my life here?
Sure, definitely.
Okay, well, let's go over some of the stuff that because you brought in a lot of stuff for us. I appreciate that, including a ton of phones. So, why would I care about this phone?
Well, this is a parent and child phone. So this is called Sprint Family Locator. And what you have there is actually a map of where your child is at any time.
So it's like GPS in the car?
Sure, like GPS in car, but you know where your child is. If they're at the library or if they get out of a certain range, it'll notify you and send you a message.
And send me a message by email, or?
It'll send you a message by email. It'll send you a message by SMS to the phone, like a short message to the phone.
So I'm thinking maybe not for the kids. Maybe my husband needs one of these things. Okay. Now we got another phone here. Tell me about this.
That's
this is
the child's
adorable.
phone. So what happens is that the child carries that around. That's actually a fun phone. You can download video, you can download music, but it also has a GPS built in. So as soon as the child leaves a certain range, it'll send you can contact that phone, and the child will know when you're looking at them. So they can sort of like Big Brother, but all of a sudden they'll get a message. It'll start beeping, and then it'll send their location back to your phone.
Poor children have no privacy rights anymore. Okay, so we've got a third phone, and this is actually my favorite because this is for kids. There's the mommy button, and there's the daddy button.
Mommy button, daddy button. There's also a grandma button on there. And if there's if at night it actually lights up, so
Does this open up?
No, it's just going to be, you're just going to press one of the
So
buttons.
all you would do is like press the mommy button, and you'd be talking to your mom.
Yep, and if you press the button on the side, it'll have a little light show for you, I believe.
Oh, it's starting now. Okay. Yeah, that's great. And it's, it really does make a lot of sense. You see these buttons, you can tell exactly what you're dialing. I think it'd be easy for kids to figure it out. But is this expensive?
Not really. That's just $99 plus a service contract that you have to be under with Firefly. As soon as you purchase that Firefly phone, you get 30 minutes free.
Well, I guess that's good. It's some cash, but if you really want to have your child have a phone, it might be a good option. Now, we've got a camera here. I'm used to those webcams, and they're not that great, I got to tell you.
This is similar to a webcam, except that it uses your home power lines to carry the signal. So what you'll do with that, you'll attach that to your window, or you'll put that on your desk. And anytime someone moves within the frame...
What do you mean attach it to a window?
Well, there's a suction cup.
Is that a suction cup? Oh, that's really funny. And it doesn't really look like a camera either, so you might not pick up on it if you break into somebody's house.
I mean, you'll see security systems that are actually very expensive, but this is inexpensive. It's about $250. You plug it in, and it runs through your power lines. So what happens is, If someone goes into the frame, it's sort of a motion detector, and it'll send you an email or send you a thing to your phone telling you that somebody's near your house.
So I don't have to be watching the camera all the time, in other words, because that would be impossible to do. All right, my favorite thing here, or one of my favorite things here, is this teddy bear. I love this. Look at this. But it's not just a teddy bear, is it?
What you're seeing there is it's a teddy cam. We have a 5-month-old, so this would actually be perfect for us. So we would plug this in, and we could actually watch the baby as he's sleeping or doing different things.
So
in
cool.
one of his eyes is a secret camera. So if you have any, if you're concerned about your baby's well-being, you can always keep an eye on them. It actually connects to your VCR, it can connect to a computer, and you can record the
And
video.
the poor child doesn't even know they're being watched. Okay, all right. Well, we've got one other really cool thing, but we need some help.
Yep.
So here comes the help. Cool. Who is this?
This is Phoebe.
Hi, Phoebe. How are you? Come back here. All
poor
right,
Phoebe.
Phoebster, get up here. You got a model.
Now, poor
Hey.
This is actually designed for a bigger dog.
What is this thing? This is
a
huge.
GPS locator. So say, for example, Phoebe has a fenced area that she runs around in. This is perfect if you're out in the country or if you're in the suburbs somewhere. And if she leaves that fence for any reason, you'll get information from this device to your computer or to your cell phone.
Does this bug them? I mean, it seems pretty large.
She's been wearing this for about an hour now, so she's kind of creeped out. But I think if you had a bigger dog,
animal, it wouldn't matter as much, would
and
it?
it's designed for runners. I mean, the guys who are really going to get away from you.
Oh, well, now that's a great idea. So if you go running with your dog, you wouldn't even have to keep it on a leash, right?
And if it ran away, you would always know where it is.
Well, thank you so much for your help today. We really appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Coming up on Open House, everything you need to know about dealing with bees this summer. But next, it's our very first weekend project with kids. We'll take you to the home of Lydia Bastianich next when we come right back.
I hope I said that right. I'm Matt Tucker. Welcome to America.
Oh, your Chinese is good.
I worked on it all morning.
Angelina Jolie, Anderson Cooper. Catch the television exclusive everybody's talking about tonight and tomorrow night, 8 Eastern, only on CNN.
Can you tell the difference between these pet medications? They're exactly the same, but these medications cost a lot less. I save the trip to the vet's office and call 1-800-PET-MEDS or order online, and my pet's medications are delivered right to my door. It's so easy. That's the 1-800-PET-MEDS difference. Great savings, fast service, free shipping.
1-800-PET-MEDS, America's largest pet pharmacy, saves you time and money on all your pet's medications.
Order online or call now.
When you fly to New York, don't wait in a taxi line. Simply call the 77s of Dial 7 Car and Limousine Service. We'll pick you up outside of baggage claim and take you to your destination in style. If you need more space, dial 7s for a minivan or limousine. We've got a bold new look, and we're the best ride in town. The 77s of Dial 7 Car and Limousine Service. 777-7777.
Introducing the Piano Man Roll-Up Piano. The Sensatouch pad rolls open to an adult-sized piano keyboard. The Piano Man comes with an easy play system that will have you playing your first song in less than an hour. The Piano Man actually rolls up to a 5x5 square that's barely 2 inches thick. Listen as the built-in speaker fills the room with quality digital sound.
As a professional musician, I love the sound quality and all the features.
We'll also include these studio-style headphones, a $20 value for free. Just pay separate shipping and handling. You'll get it all. The Piano Man Roll-Up Piano, the Easy Play book, and the headphones. An incredible value, all for just 2 payments of $29.99. But wait, call now and get a second Piano Man at half price.
Call 1-800-941-5302 and get Roll-Up Piano for only 2 payments of $29.99.
That's 1-800-941-5302. Call now.
Glenn Beck, tonight at 7 and 9 on Headline News Prime.
It's time to dig in and get dirty in our very first weekend project with kids. We spent the day with a culinary expert and her grandchildren and got some great advice on how you can nurture those little green thumbs by planting a veggie garden with kids.
These are the pepper plants, and there's a little...
For Lydia Bastianich, it's a family affair. On this day, there are 4 generations planting, picking, and sharing a passion for gardening. Even the youngest lend a hand and get their hands dirty, which makes the garden not only a great playground, but also a perfect learning ground.
What's this? This here.
So, Lydia, when you're with the kids in the garden, what kinds of skills do they learn as they're out here?
Oh, there's many skills. Coordination, certainly. Planning, you know, sort of delining what will go where. Organization.
Kids also learn how to work as a team.
Now, Julia, like this. You hold your hand on the bottom, and then you pull, try to...
Oh, right. The garden is a perfect place for children because they plant something, and they nurture it, and they see results. It responds to them. That plant responds to them.
Some plants grow faster than others. Choose herbs like basil, mint, sage, or parsley. Kids get to harvest and enjoy them sooner.
Tomato is another plant that's very sort of rewarding to children because if you take care of it, it grows, it spreads, makes flowers. You see the whole sequence, and then little tomatoes come and they can actually pick. They see the cycle of life and how things grow and the time it takes, and they appreciate and respect food.
Kids respecting veggies?
What I do when when they were 2 months old, I took an herb and I cracked them under his nose. So they're beginning to develop this collection, almost like a reference library of aromas and flavors and all of that. So when you put it in front of them, you know, cooked, it's not a stranger. It's not a stranger that's coming at them. If they smell them from the beginning, if they plant them, if they pick them, chances are that they will eat them.
But gardening isn't all play, it's also work. Plants need to be checked and watered regularly. But Lydia has a secret recipe for fun.
You need to connect it to the ultimate product. You know, if you grow some basil, it says, we'll make a pizza. Now they can relate to that. We'll make a pizza, we'll put some basil on top. And then ultimately they says, look, Grandma, this is the basil of Mom or Dad. This is the basil I grew. It's my basil. And they're so proprietary of what they've grown, which is wonderful.
But not all plants are created equal, and some can even be harmful.
Tomato, you think tomato is great. The leaves, if you really ingest a lot of them, are poisonous. You know, bay leaf is another one of those. Rhododendron is the flower, also has a poisonous leaf. So as a parent, you need to be educated, of course. But you know, you can't hide things from the children. You need to teach the children to coexist, to live, and to respect these things and understand them.
Understanding is key, and these 2 little ones are already quite the experts.
Tomato. This is basil.
I even got a private lesson on planting.
First, you take a stick. Yes. You put it in the ground, and then you wave it around like this. Take the plant out, and you put it in the hole.
Yeah, that's it. Pick up the plant, pick it up, straighten up. There you go. There you go.
For Lydia, time spent in the garden with her family is precious.
There's nothing better than that. You know, it's such a complete cycle. You're doing everything with the children, you're working with them, ultimately they're learning, and ultimately you're enjoying with them at the table. This is a nice salad plant.
Speaking of table, I couldn't leave without trying the fruit.
The cycle finishes right here.
That's right. Well, in this case, the veggies of their labor.
This is gorgeous. Yes.
Everybody to the table and eat.
Tutti a tavola.
Tutti a tavola.
A mangiare.
Tutti a tavola. A mangiare. Tutti a tavola a mangiare.
You got it.
Tutti a tavola a mangiare.
Ah, good for you. Good for you.
Lorenzo said it so much better than I did. As always, if you have an idea for a weekend project, send us an email at openhouse@cnn.com. And you can watch past weekend projects on our website, cnn.com/openhouse. Coming up, be ready to deal with bees. It's that time of year. Important tips you won't want to miss next on Open House.
Rap and hip-hop moving into the mainstream. So why doesn't Oprah welcome these musicians to her show? She says it's the lyrics. They say it's something else. Inside the music and the media mogul coming up in the next hour of CNN Saturday Morning.
Weekend Project, brought to you by House Values, helping real estate agents succeed.
Houses are flying off the market. Don't let your perfect home get away. Go to justlisted.com and get free alerts with every listing that's right for you. Justlisted.com, where your next home finds you.
eLoan's loan consultants don't make money based on the rate of your loan, so you get the rate you deserve. No wonder home buyers are so excited about eLoan. That's just one of the revolutionary ways we're changing the lending industry. eLoan, radically simple.
30 years in this house. So many memories, huh?
Hey, you know what? Those, good to take with you. Yeah. See you in a couple of hours.
Bye-bye.
Hello, you two. I'm Nancy. Let me tell you the story of this amazing house.
Between my two phone bills, it's probably about $60 a month.
About $150.
Probably $100 a month.
With Vonage, you get unlimited calls to anywhere in the U.S. and Canada, and all the cool features you could ever want are included. And it's just $24.99 a month.
Call 1-800-399-5210. Go online or visit these fine retailers.
Vonage, leading the internet phone revolution.
All right, guys, keep your eyes open. You don't know what you're gonna see. If you look to your right, you'll see a tropical rainforest, huh? Lucky day. To your left, a scantily clad native. Kung Pao.
There's no substitute for a real vacation. So call now to apply for the City Advantage card, and you'll be on a fantastic vacation in no time. That's because every dollar you spend on purchases earns you one American Airlines Advantage mile with no blackout dates.
We're seeing all sorts of things on this safari, kids.
Plus, you'll earn 15,000 Advantage bonus miles. So call now. 1-877-BONUS-13 to get started. You'll even get a free companion certificate with ticket purchase, all with no annual fee for 12 months.
Oh, kids, look! Caribou!
The City Advantage card. Turn everyday purchases into a real vacation.
Hey, look! A zebra!
Call City now to apply.
Closed captioning provided by Head On. Head On applied directly to the forehead.
Head On, apply directly to the forehead. Head On, apply directly to the forehead. Head On, apply directly to the forehead. Head On is available without a prescription at retailers nationwide.
Now, while summer brings out the flowers, it also brings out the bees. Protect yourself and your kids from bee stings by wearing white or neutral colored clothing. Bees are attracted to bright colors. You'll also want to avoid wearing strong scents like perfume, and if you can, avoid banana scents and don't eat bananas outdoors. It signals danger to bees and they'll become agitated and may sting you. Now, when you're outdoors, watch the soda cans. Bees have a tendency to climb into them and sting the mouths of the unsuspecting. If you have kids, give them straws. Now, if your child is stung, remove the stinger as quickly as possible by scraping it with your fingernail. And don't squeeze the stinger because more venom will be injected into the skin. Make sure you leave the area immediately. Now, when a bee stings, it gives off a chemical signal that signals danger to other bees. That means you may soon have a swarm after you. You can apply ice to reduce the swelling. Bee sting allergies can be fatal, so get medical attention fast if you see signs of wheezing, dizziness, or swelling in the face or the neck. The best way to be safe is to let bees be, especially on overcast days, because that's when they're really cranky. If you have any questions at all or tips you want to share with your fellow Open House viewers, send us an email to openhouse@cnn.com. And you'll find more on today's guests and topics on our website, cnn.com/openhouse. As always, we thank you for spending part of your Saturday with us. Open House will be back next week with everything you need to know about outdoor entertaining on the 4th of July weekend. We'll also tell you how to bug-proof your home. And don't forget, you can also catch Open House every Saturday and Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern on Headline News. Don't go anywhere. Your